Alright guys, let's talk a little more World War II guns, and we're going to talk about sort of a lot of people's favorite gun. This is the M1 Carbine. Okay, so we talked about the M1 Garand. It weighs 9 pounds. The M1 Carbine is completely opposite of that. This thing is just like, it's basically a pistol that's a rifle. Okay, so it shoots a 30 caliber round again. Okay, same diameter bullet as the 30-06, but it's a little short, tiny little, almost a pistol round. And this action right here kind of looks the same as the M1 Garand, the way it rotates and this and that. But this action was actually developed or created by, in the gas system, was created by a guy in jail that supposedly, according to the movie, because there is a movie about this, the warden gave him a file and a hacksaw and a chunk of metal, and he came up with this whole action. And that's kind of true. I don't know how, I'm sure there's some liberties there, but basically it was developed by a prisoner in jail at the time, and it was a very, very unique, very very reliable. But I want you to see something. You see that right there? You see how the bolt is rotating? Maybe you can see it. Maybe not. That was unique to his, and it's used in a gas blowback. But the Ruger. So Ruger, different people have taken this type of action, the way that this works, and made it into modern guns, because this is such a good action. So a Mini 14 is very, very, very similar to this. Now, so this gun weighs, I don't know, 5 pounds. It came with a clip. And this is World War II, so it came with a clip, and this is a 30-round clip, and I don't know, they probably were more around the 20-round clip deal. And a lot of the officers, the more privileged guys got this to not carry around. It doesn't have a lot of range because it's more like a pistol bullet, but it would be good out to, maybe 300, but most of their fighting was done very close quarters, and just as fast as you could pull the trigger, you could do it. And I think they had a automatic function, but I'm not sure about that on this. And of course, it's got the peep sight like we discussed, and it's a ramp sight. So y'all hear that? Hurricane. It just sounds like that. So it's got the ramp sight and the peep sight, so it's marked off in yardages. You could bring it up, and you could also click your windage left and right. Bayonet lug, and you see the wings. You'll find this on all your military guns. That's just to protect the front sight, and so it became a protection. It's also got the military steel butt plate to hammer on folks. And when you shoot one of these, of course, you see how light that is. You could one hand this very easy, but when you shoot one, the bullet's slow. So you shoot it, say, at 100 yards, and boom, and you hear it hit. It's like bang, boom. So it's slow, and it's deadly. So it was much more energy than, say, a 9mm handgun round is today. But nowhere close to, say, the 30-06 or the 308. But how much does it take? Well, people love this gun. So if you ever get a chance to get one of these, this is really cool. So I took one of my office girls, and we were shooting black guns, and they were heavy, and she was all doing the girl thing and all this stuff, having a hard time, and her arm was shaking because the gun was heavy. And then I handed her this, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is, and I think she went and bought one. because it's a perfect gun for a woman. You know, you don't need for home protection. You don't need a lot of range. It's short. It's light. It's easy to use. You've got a clip. It's kind of got it all, even though it's, you know, very, very old gun. So that's another infantry gun. If you'll watch your old military stuff, they had different styles. Some of this had, you know, like a folding stock for the paratroopers, and you'll see that on Band of Brothers. But in fact, everybody needs to watch Band of Brothers, in my opinion. Great series. But if you'll watch it, you'll see it. So that's the M1 Carbine, 30 caliber carbine. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you'll check these out, because this is a piece of history that has kept us free or for a long time. Have fun. Take care. Talk to you later. Yeah, we like that.